All right, so today I'm going to go over how to do the drop-down recording technique. This is a very powerful recording technique. You might do it slightly different than me, but I hope this helps. Let's go. All right, so first we're going to do Command-Shift-N, and we're going to make 9 mono audio tracks. Going to hit Tab and name it Vox. Go Command-Shift-Down arrow, and then we're going to go Command-Right to make it stereo, Command-Down to make it aux, Tab, and Vox Mix. Then I'm going to do Command-Shift-Down and make a stereo master fader. So this is the template for me. All right, going to do Control-Option-Command-Down and fit that to the screen. All right, now track 9, I'm going to rename REC for my record track. I'm going to drag that to the top of the session, give that a nice bright red color, and all my recording and all the takes I'm going to store, which is going to be every take, by the way, is going to live on my recording track. So I'm going to make sure that's on the proper input. And then I'm going to do Control / to make a blank new playlist. Now, the reason I'm doing this is so the takes and the track number matches up correctly. All right, so you'll notice if I don't do this and I do record, okay, there was the first take. And now see how this says record 01? This is the second take, so they are misaligned, all right? So before you start recording, just a great pro tip, do Control / and make a new playlist. All right, now I'm going to route all these tracks to the auxiliary track. I'm going to hold Shift and select them all, hold Shift and Option, go down to Track, and then I'm going to select Vox Mix. All right, now you can see the audio is going to the auxiliary track. And the reason I use this is so I can affect all the tracks with one effect or more if I need, like an EQ, a reverb. It makes it much easier to control. The only exception to this would be pitch correction, which I will put on every track. All right, so now before we start, we need to turn off link track and edit selection, which is Shift T, or we can just click that off. The reason being, I always want to have my selection on the record track. Now, if I make a selection on a track, you're going to notice that the name highlights. I don't want this. I want the selection to always be in the record track, and this will make sense in a little bit. I'm going to turn that off. All right, and now we're going to follow the chain of commands, all right? It's 4 steps. It basically never changes. This is all you need to know. All right, so first we're going to do record. 1, 2, 3. All right, now the first step I'm going to do is hit record again. Now, the reason I'm doing this is so the client can talk to me at all times. Maybe they sing along or do something interesting. I'm capturing it, and I will see the visual waveform of them talking or singing, so it's a visual cue as well. All right, so first I'm going to hit record. The second step, I'm going to click before the audio and hit the letter A to delete all the dead space. Any breathing or noises or talking, I don't need to capture that. Now I'm going to hold Control and Option and drag this to the track below. The reason being, if you hit record and you don't drag it to the track below, you're just going to write over the audio clip, and therefore you will not hear it. So Option will make a duplicate, and Control will lock it in time. So put them together, and that will drag to the track below, and now you will hear that audio playback because it's on that audio track and not the record track. And then the last step is, while the selection is still on the record track, I'm going to do Control / and store it away so all my takes are on the record track and in numerical order. All right, now let's do that in a fluid motion, and now you should hear the audio as well. Command spacebar, click A, Control Option drag, and Control /. And now the client can talk, and 1, 2, 3. And now you'll hear the audio playback as well. Super efficient. Now let's say we didn't like that take and we want to do another. All you have to do is delete it from the track below. And if you know Shift up and down arrow, you can cycle through your different takes. There's the take we stored away. So we never are deleting takes. Now, obviously, you don't need to keep talking or garbage, but any actual recorded take, I am going to store on the record track. All right, so let's do another take. 1, 2, 3. All right, same order of operations now. Command spacebar, click A, Control Option drag, and Control /. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. All right, so the client liked it, did the next take. So now always give yourself enough time to do this properly, but don't make the client wait too long. So now same deal, Command spacebar, A, Control Option, Control /. So what you put on the audio tracks is you actually building the final takes for the actual song, okay? And for me, for vocal 1, I like to put all my verse 1 takes. For vocal 2, it would be chorus 1, vocal 3, verse 2, so on and so forth. You get the idea. And that's basically a whole entire drop-down recording technique. Now, some people might make a record track for all their verses, a record track for all the choruses. You definitely can use this how you want to, but it's a very powerful technique, and you can translate this to other DAWs. So I hope this was helpful. Take care, everybody.